positioning on the bulletin board in the lobby of the Borough Hall, and filing a notice of the municipal clerk. I would like to remind the public that there are 3 fire exits in this room, 1 at the rear and 2 in the front. Roll call, please.
Councilman Bartoloni?
Here.
Councilman Mascarpolo?
Here.
Councilman Porto?
Here.
Councilman Bignon?
Here.
Councilman Cannon?
Here.
Councilman Courts?
Here.
And Mayor Watkins.
Here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a little change of order tonight because we have our esteemed senior citizens from SCORE here, and we have our library director, and we have a lot of people who have something to say. So we're going to start this meeting by opening it to the public. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, you may have to wait for quite a long time, because by the time we finish the business and then go into public session, it could turn out to be a little bit long. And it may turn out long anyway, because everybody here has the opportunity to speak. Everybody will be called on. If you wish to be heard, you will raise your hand, state your name and address, and state your comment. I would ask you to limit your time so that you do not take up somebody else's opportunity. If everyone here wants to talk, you have the right to talk. If only 1 or 2 people wish to talk and speak on behalf of the group, that's fine too. But you all have the opportunity. So, with that being said, I would like a motion to open this portion of the meeting to the public.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, this portion of the meeting is now open to the public. I do understand that we have members of SCORE here, and we have our library director here, and I know this is about the possibility of a move for SCORE from the temple to the library. I'm going to ask our library director to please come forward. And this is Dara O'Connor. Many of you have gone over to visit him. I'm just going to ask him to give a brief overview of what the library had in mind for SCORE. It was not Dara's idea to do this. This idea came about from a council meeting and a budget meeting, and it came about because, as you know, our town is trying to keep the budget under the 2%. And everything is very, very expensive. So we were looking for ways that we could save money and still provide some of the services to our residents, especially to our seniors. Every single department has been cut back tremendously. Just today I got an email from the Recreation Commission and from Johnny Porto telling us that they have cut back their budget even more than they had initially. So every department is cut back. Our Shade Tree Commission gets no money. Our Beautification Committee gets no money. Most of our committees get nothing this year. They didn't get anything last year either. Last year we had everybody on furloughs, 15 days for our police and DPW, 12 days for the rest of the borough, because they had a different health plan. It has just been a very difficult time, and I know it has hurt everybody in every aspect. Those people who are on Social Security, and there probably are a few of you here, and I will say, you didn't get any raises, and you won't be getting any raises for a while, because there's no money. No money federally, no money state-wise, no money municipally. So, I don't want you to think that we are trying to shortchange you in any way. We are just trying to cut back. So I'm going to ask Dara if you would please kindly tell our esteemed guests here exactly what the library would be able to do if, in the event, we were able to move SCORE over. Okay?
Okay, Mayor Watkins. Well, first of all, the library is a resource to everyone in the community. We have resources there that everybody can use, regardless of their age or background. And one of those resources is, well, let me just talk about some of the ones that are less obvious. The most obvious one is our collection. Books, CDs, e-books, etc. And the other resource I want to point out is the meeting room. We have a meeting room that holds 30 people seated at tables, 55 without tables. It's in perfect working order. It's in heavy usage at the moment by community groups such as Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, Rotary Club, Chamber of Commerce has had a meeting there. The Women's Club meets there twice monthly, sometimes 3 times a month. We have a book club that meets there. We have a tax preparation program run by the AARP. You name it. The meeting room serves all kinds of groups. We have a meditation group on Saturday mornings now. That's a very recent one. We have a career transition support group on Thursday evenings. Those would be people who are out of work or underemployed. They're using the resources of the library, not just the meeting room, but also the collection, the online services, subscription services that we have, the internet computers, and the staff, people like myself and the other staff members, who know where everything is and how to use it and where to find it. The meeting room is in perfect working order, but we also have a storage room that can be converted to a second smaller meeting room that will hold 8 to 10 people seated. And we can easily do that with a little bit of elbow grease. It has good lighting, thanks to the borough's upgrade on lighting last year, and it has heating and air conditioning the same as the rest of the building. And so that's what we have basically in a nutshell, describing it briefly. And we also have a history of rolling out the red carpet to particularly our senior citizens. In fact, Vicky was sitting here beside me, and her late husband James were most generous in their donating a projector to us many years ago, which we used to start showing movies. And those movies, up until recently, with our own budget cuts, we had 19% budget cut last year. We have been using that projector to show movies that have been attended. We have to turn people away or have 2 showings or something in order to meet the demand. And many of those people that attend those movies are also people who attend SCORE on Mondays and Tuesdays, not attended. So, if it's in the cards, we are happy to welcome a warm welcome to the good people at SCORE. We will do everything we can that's in our capacity to do so.
Thank you, Darren. I know when you were up at the budget meeting, you did indicate that you would be able to have various activities, for example, line dancing, and they would be able to have small group discussions and other things, maybe art projects and different speakers who could come. So I just wanted everybody to know that you had brought those things up at the budget meeting, and I guess that was about a week ago. Wasn't it?
The sky is the limit with what we can do. It really depends on what any group's interests are. I can tell you the kind of programs we've had there. We've had cooking demonstrations, we've had origami sessions, we have had workout sessions as well. We've had yoga. I think you attended one of the workout sessions.
I was at the Zumba lesson.
Zumba, that's it.
Zumba, yes, nearly killed me. I haven't got that energy.
So really, and the sky is really depending on what the needs are. We like to respond to people's needs. Tell us what you want, and we make it happen.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, now I'm going to ask the council if anybody wants to say anything, and I am opening this up to the public for any of your comments. Okay, council, would you have anybody on the council wish to say anything at this time? Okay, then I'm asking residents. Thank you. You raise your hand. You're first, young man.
I wonder
Name and address first,
Yeah,
please.
well, my name's Andrew Stanley, I live 466 Bogart Road. But the only thing I want to ask is somebody could talk into the microphone and face
You
us.
mean here?
Yeah,
Okay,
because
Sarah, maybe if you could sit there, sit on the side. Yes, thank you.
he explained everything, but everybody's got hearing aids over here. We don't hear it.
And if you take the mic closer to you, Darren, you can take a chair there.
Yeah.
Take the chair. Okay, I'm sorry to make you work, Darren.
Okay, well, thank you.
I don't mind it gonna work.
Okay, and that microphone does work.
This one?
Yes. Okay, you can tap it, I'm pretty sure it does. Yes? Everybody hear that? Okay,
Yeah,
we're
okay.
good. Okay. All right. So now, is there any, I know that you have questions and you would like to speak your mind, so if you would like to just raise your hand, we'll take you one at a time, whoever would like to talk. Come on, don't be shy, ladies and gentlemen.
I have a presentation.
That would be fine, please, come forward. You can sit next to Vicky. Thank you very much. You need to give your name and address, and you're speaking on behalf of SCORE?
Yes, good
Yes,
evening,
thank you.
Mayor Watkins and members of the council. My name is Sandra Berman, and for several years I have enjoyed being a member of SCORE, Senior Citizens of Riverhead. We can't really hear her.
Yeah,
we
she's
can't.
Could you go into the microphone, just give her the mic?
We have the mic here, so, we'll just pull it closer to you, Sandra.
There you go.
There you go.
Can you hold it? Okay?
Okay, if you can't hear, just raise your hand, because Sandra's gonna be speaking into the mic. She didn't start yet.
I say,
For several years, I have enjoyed being a member of SCORE, the Senior Citizens of River Edge. On Mondays at 10 a.m., I have attended the exercise classes. At 11 a.m., I have participated in the discussion groups. Every week, there has been a different guest speaker, and the topics are always related to seniors. There is also line dancing lessons given every Monday. We practice for 1 hour a week and perform for SCORE members periodically. At noontime, we have a sandwich and coffee or ice or tea for lunch. Once a month, we celebrate birthdays for that month with a cake. Holidays are very special at SCORE. We have some very talented members. The tables are always decorated and color coordinated for each holiday. After lunch, we have live entertainment or play bingo. Every December for the holidays, we are entertained by many very talented school children. Sometimes there are over 75 children with some parents and teachers. They often bring their musical instruments and other props. On Tuesdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., we have ballroom dancing lessons. Some SCORE members who are over 90 years old dance every week. At 11 a.m., the SCORE Glee Club rehearses many lovely melodies of the past. We have a repertoire of over 200 songs from musicals, operettas, and operas. When we are prepared, we entertain SCORE members and we visit various nursing homes in the area. At noontime, we have lunch. In addition, every Monday and Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., there are other ongoing activities such as cards, rummy cube, other table games, and a chance to socialize. There is something for everyone in SCORE. SCORE's very existence consists of the members who volunteer. They invite the guest speakers for the discussion group, they teach the exercise classes, they teach the line dancing class, they teach the Glee Club, they purchase the supplies, the food and the cake, they make the sandwiches, they serve and set the tables for lunch, clean the tables after lunch. I could go on and on. The volunteers deserve to be applauded. SCORE would be willing to continue all of its wonderful programs at the library and incorporate all of the library's wonderful programs. However, I'm afraid we just won't fit. The facilities at the library aren't large enough. The one available room offered to us is restricted to only 30 people for a sit-down lunch. We are regularly over 30 people, and we often have guests visit with us. Occasionally, we do get a new member. Secondly, we cannot do our walking exercises, dancing, etc. on carpeted floors. And thirdly, there is very little cabinets or storage areas for the supplies we need from week to week. There isn't a kitchen or a refrigerator. The library is not equipped for cooking or sit-down lunches, or the necessary deep sinks for cleaning up afterwards. Please remember that many of our members are elderly and frail. Most people in our organization work for many years preparing for their retirement. Many have hearing, vision, and other physical deficits. It doesn't stop them from doing some or all of the activities we offer, especially socializing. However, I am very concerned for their welfare. They are doing well at the SCORE facilities where we are now. This has been their home away from home, Monday and Tuesdays for over 35 years. When the American Legion building became available, we thought that was for us. We greatly appreciate all you have done for us. In the meantime, however, I would like to propose that SCORE remains where it is, but for 1 day a week instead of 2. We could do all of our Monday activities in the AM and our Tuesday activities on Monday afternoons. That should cut costs right in half. We could very easily meet 1 day a week instead of 2. Thank you again for your time and all you do for the senior citizens of River Edge.
Thank you very much, very well put together, very, very well presented. And, I know, and I'm sure, the members of SCORE, does anybody here, anybody else want to say anything? I think, Sandra spoke very, very well about, SCORE. I just don't know, some people will probably say, well, I wanna meet more than 1 day a week, but you know, we also have other opportunities. We have, other towns that would be very happy to share services with us, so we have to look into that too. Yes, young lady, please, name and address.
Norma Gottlieb, 150 Valley Road. A suggestion.
Would you like to come forward and speak into the mic?
Yes.
Thank you, Norma.
Is it working? Yeah. A suggestion in terms of a second day might be to consider going to the library on Tuesdays for the cards and the games and possibly a movie on Tuesdays.
Okay.
Something to think about.
That's a very good suggestion. Okay. Does anybody else have anything they would like to say? Everybody has the opportunity now. I'm not saying you're on candid camera, we don't have cameras yet, but we will have you recorded. Yes, please, name and address.
My name is Ben Weinstein. I live at 206 Oak Avenue here in town. I've been a resident of River Edge since 1956. I've been a member of SCORE almost since its inception. I am 93 years of age, legally blind. I do participate in all of the activities in SCORE, and to me, I cannot drive. I find SCORE an oasis. We cannot dispense with SCORE. It's important, and I find one of the things that's missing at the library is a place for people who are not involved in the physical activities where they would have a place to sit and talk. They cannot talk in the reading room. Somebody would come over and tell them to lower their voices. Have you tried whispering for an hour? It's impossible. So while the activities are going on in this single room that's divided, people who are not involved in those activities are outside in a reading room talking. I think the suggestion that has been made for 1 day a week at SCORE, where we have our activities, some activities in the morning, some in the afternoon, would be well accepted by the members of the group. And we thank you for bearing that suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ben. Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Okay, yes, please, young man in the back. Mr.
Good evening,
Smith,
ma'am.
how are you?
Good, good. Tom Smith, 288 Manning Avenue.
He doesn't admit he's a senior.
No, I'm old enough to be a senior. They've asked me to join as well. There isn't really much more that I could add to what the people have said themselves already. For many of us who have lived in River Edge a long time, we know the history of SCORE and how it came about approximately 40 years ago when they did a search to find the facility they're in today. And it was a larger group at that time, and I think there is a potential for it again in the future. But these people, it's a home for them. And in our overall large budget that you have, and I know I sat here today for a couple hours going through it to see how much you're struggling with the budget, and I clearly understand the struggle. But what they're asking, and in fact it's probably even less now because of the suggestion of 1 day, is out of a $14+ million budget, somewhere around $15,000, to provide a location and a place of comfort for these people, a place where they feel at home, where they feel safe, where they are with people that they have known now for many, many years. They have gone through many things with each other, loss of spouses, illnesses, and all the things that this group, and there is more. Right now, I think the number is 72 registered. During the winter, there's not as many around because they're down, being snowbirds down in Florida, some of them. But that's how many there are now, and these people have been together, and they really help each other. Ben said he's 93. There's a few other 90s in this group, and there's a whole lot of 80s. And I think there's got to be a way for River Edge, the council and the mayor, and I know you've been struggling on trying to get this budget in order, but I think there has to be a way to find something in the somewhat less than 1%, 0.5% of our budget to fund the programs that this group and SCORE in general, and seniors in general. Now, we have the bus, and much of that is supported through community development. We have the person downstairs at dispatches, that's most of it supported by community development, and the same thing, and hopefully in the future, some other things. So the cost to have this group of citizens, this particular targeted area of citizens, to have what they've had and to have it in such a way that it really is what is proper and right for them. So I would really ask the council to seriously consider the recommendation that was made by the group. I think it gives you a cut. Hopefully the temple will be able to work with you on that, and it will still provide them with the environment and what they need to feel part of an organization like they have.
Thank you,
Mayor.
Tom. Yes, sir. Please, name and address.
This council, pictures of the full group.
Okay, I need you
Which
to.
we are involved.
I need you to give your name and
My
address.
name
even
is
though-
John Caramia,
Right.
915 Magnolia Avenue, River Edge, USA.
Thank you,
I have
John.
some pictures to show the full group, but any councilman would be able to appreciate what we.
Yeah, appreciate it. I know you are the official photographer,
Nice.
and Ben is the official dancer, along with this lovely lady here who does the instruction for all the women in the line dance. Very nice.
But my legs are giving out, so I'm gonna find somebody
I know
else.
Jeannie is going to try and help out Ben, so.
She does.
I know. Actually, I've been looking for somebody from SCORE to try and go on Dance with the Stars. So,
You've got a long way.
well, no, I watched some of you, you're really pretty good.
Yes,
The Rockettes?
Oh, I remember.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. You know,